Are you in your 20s, 30s, or 40s and wondering if you've saved enough for retirement? What if I told you that starting a plan now, no matter what your age is, could make a huge difference in your financial future? Well, in our financial freedom video, we're going to cover how you can improve your retirement readiness if you are a millennial, Gen Zer, or Gen X. So stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. We want to welcome you back to our channel. Well, Carson, your take is that improving retirement readiness for millennials, Gen Z, and Gen X requires a tailored approach for each generation.
Yes, Andrew, I do, because for each generation, you do have to consider their different financial situations. You have to consider their priorities and you have to consider their time horizons. And of course, each of these groups face their own unique challenges. And the fundamental goal is to help them build strong financial habits, make sure that they save consistently, and also make sure that they're planning ahead. And in our financial freedom video today, we are going to cover specific strategies for each of these generations. But before we get into that, there are always two rules to retirement income that we like to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money. And rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today to talk about how you can improve your retirement readiness if you're a millennial, Gen Z, or Gen X.
So, Carson, how can millennials, Gen Z, and Gen X start improving their retirement readiness today?
Well, to be honest with you, Andrew, the truth of the matter is that no matter where you are in life right now, there are key strategies that you can implement today to make sure that you're on the right track to secure your retirement future. And the sooner you start, the better off you're going to be. Even small adjustments today can make a huge difference in the future. And make sure that you do stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you the number one most overlooked retirement move that can make or break your future no matter what your age is, and you don't want to miss it. So now let's go ahead and transition over to our teaching slides and talk about this topic in more detail. Okay, so now let's talk about how to improve your retirement readiness if you are a millennial, if you are a Gen Z, or if you are a Gen X. We're going to talk about each of these categories. So first up, we're going to talk about the Gen Zs, people who were born between 1997 and 2012. Now, when it comes to Gen Z, they are the first generation to grow up entirely in the digital age. They've never known a world without the internet, smartphones, and social media. So it makes them the most tech savvy and connected generation as of yet. Now, when it comes to a Gen Z, if you want to improve your retirement readiness, the first thing you want to do is to start saving now, even if it's small amounts. You want to begin as soon as possible. If you are a Gen Z, it's possible that you're just entering the workforce, and therefore the earlier you start saving money, the better. You don't want to ignore your 401k, your TSP accounts, your 403bs. If your employer is offering a 401k with the match, definitely take it because that is free money. You also, because you may be in a lower income status right now since you're starting out, you want to look at opening up a Roth IRA. Because if you're looking at a Roth IRA, it's going to be a great option for you down the road because you can make contributions into a Roth IRA with after-tax dollars. And since you're in a lower tax bracket, that may not be such a significant issue for you right now. But down the road, you can take those withdrawals completely tax-free in retirement. The second thing to improve your retirement readiness if you're in this group is that you want to learn financial literacy. You want to start understanding personal finance. This, of course, will be a great time for you to learn about your retirement accounts. You can start understanding how to budget better. What's the best investment strategies for you? How to manage your debt. And in order for you to get a good grip of your financial literacy, you can start looking at many online resources. There are certain apps and financial podcasts. This YouTube channel is a great place for you to continue to tune into to get educated about your money. You want to start looking at your credit scores and understand how do you manage all of your debts. You need to start building good credit because down the road, you're going to want to buy a new car. You may want to buy a home. And also to get into a rental property or an apartment, you're going to need good credit. And in saying that, you want to make sure you avoid high interest debt because that can decrease your ability to save and invest money. Number three, of course, as a Gen Z, you want to use technology to your advantage. When it comes to technology, there are certain apps that tech savvy Gen Zers can take advantage of to help them better automate their savings, help them invest better and budget. Apps like Acorns, Mint, or Pocket Guard. And there are a myriad of others that you can look into that you can download that will give you some sort of barrier to get you started on your financial journey. Next, we're going to talk about millennials, and those are people who were born between 1981 and 1996. Now, when it comes to millennials, this is a generation that grew up during the rise of the internet as well, social media, and other technological advancements. This is also a generation that experienced major economic events like the 2008 financial crisis, and also more recently, the COVID-19 pandemic. This, of course, has shaped millennials' views on work, money, and retirement. So you will see some crossover here for millennials, as we talked about for Gen Z. And when it comes to improving your retirement readiness, you want to, again, start early. You want to take advantage of compound interest. As we know, the earlier you start in this regard, the more benefit you're going to get from compound interest. As a millennial, you also want to make sure that you take full advantage of your employer retirement plans as well. As I mentioned before, if they are offering a match, you cannot be getting a 100% return on your money. You have to take full advantage of that. In addition to your employer retirement plans, millennials should also look into opening up IRAs. This could be a traditional or Roth IRA, depending on what your overall tax goals are. I will always encourage people, the more diversity that you have, the better. You may be in a higher tax bracket now, so therefore you might consider putting money in a traditional IRA and having that tax break now. Or you could be in a much higher tax bracket later. And so therefore having some money in a Roth IRA could be an advantage for you right now. Another thing to help improve your retirement readiness for millennials and others is to make sure that you set your contributions up automatically. When you are a millennial, you're probably juggling some type of student loans, you're trying to make your rent payments, and you're trying to take care of other expenses. So, in order for you to pay yourself first, consider setting up your contributions to your retirement savings automatically. Another important aspect for millennials to improve their retirement readiness is that you want to try to increase your savings gradually. 15% to 20% of your income is recommended in order for you to save effectively for your retirement. Number two for millennials is to understand your debt and manage it wisely. The first thing that you might want to consider is tackle your high interest debts first. As I mentioned, millennials are often facing high student loan debt or credit card balances, and therefore paying off high interest debts can free up more money for you to contribute towards your retirement funds. This is also a time where you may want to consider refinancing your loans. Refinance your student loan debt if you can, or try to consolidate other high interest debts as well, which can, of course, lower your monthly payments. The third thing that you want to consider as a millennial is that you want to be investing for growth. You want to think about diversifying your money because you're going to have a long time horizon for your retirement. When we're talking about diversification here, although we're not giving financial advice, you want to consider things like stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds. You want to consider all of these things because they are key to helping you growing your retirement savings. Also, if you are a millennial and you're just starting out, you might want to consider a new aspect of advisor, which is a robo advisor. Millennials are many times new to investing, and so therefore they might prefer using some type of robo advisor because using a robo advisor can have a lower cost to it, and it's going to be more hands off investment management. Now, there was a final tip that I want to share with you, which is one of the most overlooked retirement moves that you can make that can make or break your future. And that most overlooked retirement move for any generation is setting up multiple income streams early, not just relying on your 401k or Social Security or other retirement savings. Very few employers offer pensions these days. And as we know, the future of Social Security always remains uncertain. So investing, working up some side hustles, or creating some passive income sources like rental properties is going to be important and could dramatically improve your retirement security and flexibility.
All right, Carson. So, what's the moral of this video?
Well, the moral of this video is that no matter if you are a millennial, Gen Z, or Gen X, the key to your retirement readiness is starting early and making smart, consistent financial moves. And it's also important for you to know that it's never too late to take control over your financial future. And make sure that you do speak with a certified financial planner in your area who can help you formulate a plan around these decisions.
And tune in next week as we discuss how you can improve retirement readiness as a Gen Xer. After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.